Danny. by, I don't even know, 25, 30 kills, making high IQ plays as well. That cruise missile from Skies was singing sweet to make that call. I don't even know. For the spawners, make your teammates' job kills, that much easier. High IQ plays as well. That cruise missile from Skies 26 kills, but just got 4K damage. Breeze out there.
Everyone all that on the rotation as well. For playing for spawns for the new hard point. 26 right place at the right time. 4K Breeze one extra ball. Everyone all that on the rotation there. Ultra has been the new start point on that end lane hard point match. Final match coming up. We're glad at the moment if someone rotation starting to catch fire. Ultra has been the start point on that end. We go. It's a fantastic series. Winners round 1. This will be great at the moment.
Only Thursday was a great way to start. I might have said the embassy hard point was only a small advantage for New York. It turned out to be a large one. Now we get to find out if control truly is the difference maker. Not for that. It's serious. I might have said the embassy hard point.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Major 5 here live from Toronto. And we are going to a Game 5 chance. And I tell you what, brother, this is where things get real dicey indeed. It's a gorgeous day here. Fantastic to stay indoors and buy some sweet merch. All things happening here at the Toronto Ultra Major 5. We've got everyone. Oh, yeah, Faye's having a good time. And the front row has been popping. They're going to need at least one more good map of energy chance because that search against New York is going to be a tough one.
And Search wins championships as well, but not just championships. Winners round 1 matches also go down to the Game 5, and I know especially on the Ultra side of things, like back in Stage 3, won the entire tournament. Their S&D was on point. The next stage, it collapsed. They folded with 3-9 record in the game mode. Well, it's the final stage. It is the run at the end of the year. Your Search and Destroy has to be on point if you want to win a tournament. We get to test Toronto and Subliner's butter right now.
We found out yesterday, it was Lando talking about in our spaces we did prior to, getting the tournament underway. Search and Destroy, absolutely the #1 game mode that teams win in a run towards a major victory. We'll see, though, if Toronto can get another here in the series. Of course, that previous one, an absolute bang. Oh, no, New York won that. What am I saying?
By a lot.
By a lot. Like 6-3. What am I talking about? Hey, it's been a good series. It's been a long one as well. Very, very excited to see how this one goes down. Embassy, though, a totally different looking map to Hotel Chance.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun one, too, because I think almost every single map these two teams have played in Search and Destroy has ended 6-3, except for one that ended in a 6-2 fashion. So it's never super close. No round 11s on the board just yet. Maybe this Embassy will do the trick.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be just fantastic for all the heartbeats here in Toronto? Everyone losing their mind. Oh, we do think we have some stats about the upcoming Search and Destroy. We have a little bit of time to kill before we get into this one, making sure that everything is spick and span, ready for that game ahead of us. But Chance, as far as two teams go, they're in very, very good spots, both of them, in terms of the mode.
I mean, the Team KD is obviously going to be the thing that stands out because Subliners, when they're on point and a 6-1 record is exactly that. They have been dominant. Obviously on defense, a small edge against Ultra, but offense especially has been buck wild. And of course, Hydra, main reason why. He is breaking records every single game. It seems like this guy is completely on point. Honestly, has an argument for best S&D player in the game, especially if he's bringing that into land. Well, he did exactly that in the map 2. Ultra did not enjoy having to try to contain that man. Well, you got to do it now for the Game 5.
Good luck on Embassy as well. Well, again, the S&D metrics very, very tight between both teams. We did say coming into this one, 2 squads at the top of their game right now, and they are swinging for the fences. Coach Sender there for the New York Subliners on stage, imparting his final bit of gameplay. The rest of the team in the firing range warming things up. Ultra now returning to their seats, returning to the stage, ready to take one more stab at this. All bets are off, friends. This one should be an absolute sweetie as we play this Game 5 out. Again, Chance, big surprise for, I think, no one. This was going to be a great series. It certainly has been a real delight so far. We do have a very slight tech issue on stage. We've got some top 5 plays from last week to keep you entertained, titillated, while we get everything sorted on stage.
I mean, it's the last ditch effort. Someone's got to make the move. They win an intro gunfight, but Sims in a corner. That's 40 bomb.
Very best not to let him cross it.
And Honest Accorded to start to make moves. The Shotzi. Vico has in the water.
Vico run! Slash! The second! No way! Get close. They have to go through him first. Vico not able to get the kill.
The only player that treats a pro match like it's a ranked game. Shotzi literally does whatever he wants. I mean, it's the last ditch effort. Someone's got to make the move. They win an intro gunfight, but Sims in a corner. That's 40 bomb, and he is going to run it through you. 41 in a 5 spree. Sim just called game.
As they can't find him, Wardy, that's it. Big kill. Wait a minute. Crimp lines up 2. I don't believe it. The third can Crimp get the whole team. He does. That is unbelievable. Hard point, Boston.
Right on your next match versus Breach, but everything comes to a halt as you defuse. However, Hydra is keeping him on it. Numbers that he's been able to put up so far in Major 5 and having another massive performance. But here comes the Cruz. Skies finds a first blood, and Priesta finds another. It's all on to Sim. Oh, and Hydra is able to take it. Finishes with 18 kills. Well, now a 1v3. Sim was somewhat able to do it. Now, Brett, can you do it yourself? Well, he's letting the load that much more.
He's trying to find the timing on checking these sights. He's going to play over towards B, go for the 50-50. But it's not going to play into his hand. It's looking like Subline's going to go towards A. No, they're actually going towards B, and Pred might have just played this beautifully.
Oh, he can absolutely get the perfect timing as well. As he finds Skies, he can just stay alive. He can just stay alive. Hydra from afar. Can he get here in time? Paco, did he spot him over the top rope? No, he is not going to. And it is back-to-back breakdowns.
Oh boy, what an incredible stage it's been, Chance. I mean, we're really seeing the pinnacle of CDL action at the moment. Everything has been going very well. We're almost ready to see even more, ladies and gentlemen, in this Game 5.
I just feel like a hater, honestly, seeing Pre with #1 play in the same game where Hydra, the play behind him, ends up making the comeback to get the dub on for breaking the record. But we're all haters here in the Call of Duty world. It's something we love to do.
We just love to hate, even if things is going great. Hey, well, that's what's going to happen here. We're almost ready to rock and roll into map number 5. Again, we're staying on Embassy. All the players are in the lobby. Everyone is here, ready to rock and roll. Ultra back on stage. The rest will clear house soon, and we'll load into this map. And this chance is an important one. We're going up against FaZe after this.
And it's also very interesting for the subliners as well, because again, we brought it up before the series started of the idea that subliners in their final online series played with a sub. They used an SMG substitute to pull in for their main AR in Skies. They lose the series. You drop down a little bit further in the seeding, and that means you draw a very difficult round 1 matchup in Toronto Ultra. Coaching staff did not care. They're like, we're here to win tournaments. We want the tough matchups round 1. So if you can beat a team like this, start your tournament off right. Oh my God, subliners will be riding the all-time high.
Oh, indeed, they really did want to get everyone out of the way, and why not start with the hosts for Toronto Ultra. Test game is being run at the moment just to make sure that this server is all good to go, and then we will be diving into our final map of this series, Hydra. Search and Destroy has been his wheelhouse, the bread and butter, his absolute mode du jour, or mode of the month, let's say, because damn, son, he has been outstanding.
He was absolutely really
outstanding. I mean, Jay and Lando called that one, and it really was a historic moment, a historic set of plays. Well, what a tournament we have ahead of us, though, ladies and gents. Scrap, a moment of calm before we get back into this Game 5. A look at the bracket so far here at Major 5. The drama getting to this point was one thing, and now that we're here, FaZe start things off with a 3-0, making Vegas Legion's run towards champ all the harder. We still have 2 brilliant series coming up so far. So Boston Breach and Minnesota Rocker, we'll see that play a little bit later on today. And Chance, we have news. Boston Breach have qualified for champs.
Hey, congrats. I mean, 190 points is good enough. Vegas is the only team that are going to be able to leapfrog anybody. That early loss apparently is enough to set themselves apart. So Zach Denier, good old Zed, knows more than the rest of us.
Oh, indeed. Well, congratulations to Boston Breach. They've made it. We will be seeing them in Vegas a little bit later on this month. Ultra, of course, will be there as well. But for the rest of the tournament, man, what an unbelievable week of COD we have ahead of us. We've still got Florida Mutineers, Optic coming up later today, Breach, Rocker. Very exciting to see how that one goes. With Chance SD being the final map that we're going to be playing today on Embassy. Hydra, what else is there to say about the man?
Absolutely nothing. We have covered it all, breaking records like throughout this stage. Hydra has been a menace. I think he had a 1.86, I think is what he threw up from the stage. So Hydra is certainly that main man to look at. He has built highlight reel play on highlight reel play. So Hydra always going to be clean with it, and obviously player to watch.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, here's the highlights from some of his unbelievable plays. Just keep an eye on that KD on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. 10-6, 11-6 for Spree. Here comes Mac taking care of that. 12. That number is only going to rise as well as this series. This was the 11 Spree we saw. He's on a 7 in a row right now. This is a 2v1. Pred taken care of. It really was some of the best COD we've seen, Chance.
Yeah, and even talking to him about it a little bit yesterday for some player interviews, he was basically saying, I've been paying a great deal of attention to the best S&D players in the world. He's always been clean and Respawn. He wants to level up. He's been doing exactly that, and he's also like, I'm just challenged. If I'm feeling something, I'm just go flying at him. If I need to pump the brakes, that's fine, but he can simply do it all. A 1.87 in S&D. And I had to do the gymnastics in my head of how Boston qualified. Vegas got eliminated, knocked down to play against Seattle. One of those teams has to get eliminated, so Boston cleared to go. So it does make sense.
It does make sense. No, it does. Or Hydra, we'll see what he can do in this Search and Destroy. Mechanically incredibly gifted Call of Duty player. Ever since he joined the league back in Cold War, his very first series chance for the New York Subliners, he played Atlanta FaZe. He defeated Atlanta FaZe. Few teams have been able to do that, let alone in their first match.
And if he wins this series, that is the reward. You get to play Atlanta FaZe again. So both of these teams very storied against Atlanta, because it's not just Hydra and the Subliners. Toronto, I mean, they have made Atlanta FaZe in the finals their home the entire Cold War season as well. So heavy hitting round 2 we are certainly going to have, just vying to be the team that gets to fight FaZe there.
What a treat.
And on a vibe front, by the way, Subliners are just enjoying all the downtime that they've had. Very friendly.
A friendly, fun team indeed here at the Major. Their opponents, and I'd imagine this entire crowd, though, don't want to see this Game 5 go any other way. We will be playing the Embassy in a moment. It's the New York Subliners. What a shock it would be, again, after the sort of strange drama coming into this one about the substitute player Wardy getting his time on the stage. For them to come in and bring down Ultra would be a big moment for Ultra. I mean, it's not sort of predicted. You're not seeing this coming, but these are two brilliant teams. These teams could arguably, you can see them come up again in this grand final. And there is a whole lot of kismet on your screen. Oh, he's locked.
He's not moving enough for it to be a GIF, but that'll be screenshotted for sure.
How we doing, Toronto? We good? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One more map is all you need. You want to see that big win? You can't let Tilt down. You'd make him cry. If they lose the Game 5, he'd cry his eyes out. See? He'd be so upset. No, we're not losing. That's right, Tilt. You bring it. Tilt's been absolutely brilliant all day long. Looking to see him go all week. Let's have a look how the first Search and Destroy went. Oh no, Toronto fans, avert your eyes. It was a 6-3.
And obviously, if you paid attention to the stats we showed earlier about how good New York Subliners have been on offense throughout this stage, 5 bomb plants. Every single round on the attack, able to get the bomb down. They were bouncing back and forth between both sites, and obviously, the First Blood's help as well, winning both of those battles. I mean, Hydra, he had 11 kills, I think, in the first, 4 or 5 rounds. Then his teammates started to put in some serious work. Yeah. Sky's pulling out the sniper on occasion. Both him and Priesta dropping the 2.0s. And Kismet, 3 and 8. Guess who had most of those bomb plants?
That's your boy Kismet, the bomb planter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got good news. It's time to play us some Embassy Search and Destroy. We are loading in. Game 5. Here we go.
Icing each other, but finally, fist bumps out and of bounds. First map 5 we have of this tournament. I certainly hope it will not be the last. Get that last drink of water before this round kicks off. This is a map that neither team has played a great deal. 10 times apiece for either. 5 and 5 for Ultra. 4 and 6 for the Subliners. The difference maker in that one, well, they went head-to-head in Stage 3. Toronto took them down in a 6-3 fashion. The Subliners we have seen in this series, their setups in the hard points have been clean and controlled. When they had it on the map, it was perfect. They had done their homework. Both teams ready for the Game 5.
Here we go. One more map to decide the series. Ultra start this one off on offense.
That's no dead silence, and Hydra already flying up the middle of the map as well. So forward position. Hydra in bottom bathroom, shots getting exchanged, and Priesta just dancing. But if Hydra's already here, too high, and Hixie gets the first blood. Nice little surprise of the first 2 kills.
Wow, what shots from Skies. 13 hit points remaining. 2v2 as this round has exploded. What an opener. Now towards B we fly with that bomb.
This is an interesting decision as well. Neither player in the Subliners actually wanted to contest this site. So the bomb gets planted for free. And Hixie should be able to get out. This entire round almost certainly getting decided by Insight versus Priesta on the flank.
Hixie's going to chill. Sky's upstairs. A little bit of noise been made. Less than 30 seconds to go. Oh dear. And we are in an awkward stalemate. Time ticking. Here comes Priesta. Insight. Wins it. That could be the round. Skies now. A nearly impossible situation to be in. He has to destroy 2 players and leap on the bomb. And there is no way in hell Insight lets that happen.
Not too much noise, and Hixie there to take him down. Could have been an instant 2v4 out of the Subliners, but after the bomb plant commences, Ultra good to go. honestly pretty shocked New York just gave that one up for free because, I mean, quite literally that entire round hinges on Priesta winning the gunfight on top when he has to check 37 corners to find Insight, and Insight, we know how clutch he can be. Him and Hixie, 2 kills apiece.
Ultra draw first blood here in our game 5. Subline is now an attacking round for them. Let's see how they go.
Kismet with the bomb on hand, certainly leaning more towards that A site. Looks like double ARs or Hydra as well towards P2. They were looking for the Chow. That is a hell of a grenade kill. That's on point from Kleenex to get the first blood.
It was the 1-2 hit there from Hixie and Kleenex there with the Semtex and the frag. 1 bullet is all it took there to pass off the information. The Insight has somehow dodged the stun. Pressure now towards the A bomb site as the subliners go to the quick plant. Scrap has been sniffed out that push. Offered no protection. Kleenex on the flank. Right into it. 3v2.
I mean, you had Hydra absolutely blowing Scrap away in that moment, but again, he killed the head of the snake. You're feeling a little bit bad. And Kleenex dancing with the players. Him and Hixie on point with the teamwork. 3-0 start from the rookie. 2 rounds in a row. And let that dead silence reaccrue at the end of the round. Buy yourself a little bit of the time off the plant.
Masterful backstep from Kleenex there to win that 1v1 engagement. His teammates find theirs as well, but slight advantage there from Subliner's chance, blown away.
And even just the dive across. When he knows Hydra's over by gas, the dive across to get behind Xbox just to know, I'm going to get a couple tags in me. That's fine. As long as I don't get traded, we're cooling it. So impressive stuff, high level understanding of the map. And again, even that first blood just to set the tone. Those are the plays Ultra need.
2-0 so far to start things off here for Toronto Ultra. We'll see what New York Subliners can do on defense. A fast hit, a lot of bodies over here by the tennis court. Hydra in there. Priesta finds it as well. Oh, there's a lightning strike from the New York Subliners as Kleenex heavy tags. Priesta, what an opener. The last man up is going to be Insight. He is heavily beat. The man is pinned down and in a world of hurt.
You remember that time I said Hydra was paying attention to the best S&D players in the world? Took that one out of Shotzi's book. The dive across, there's like a little bit of cover you get in open tennis court, but use the full effect. And for Insight, I mean, seemingly no way to clutch a 1v4. He's on the list of players that could do it, but this situation, it just looks impossible.
He's on a 3 spree as well right now for Insight. Any kills he can get are great. He's actually got the bomb and dead silence, a frag and a concussion. Why not?
See if he can do it. You got to isolate the players. The thing is, he'll end up taking a gunfight against Priesta over towards gas, and then he's going to get flanked by Kismet. So Insight has to kick this off with making the reason that after the fact, it's going to be Skies up top for the double chow as well.
Uh-oh.
And the nade doesn't connect. No time on the clock. No windows of opportunity for Insight.
No, not at all. Stay alive, though. That'd be ideal. What a snap on a Kismet. Ooh, 8 seconds to go on the round.
And that's perfect from Subliners. At least towards the end, you shut down the spree. You make sure you get the kill. So that's a good chow out of Kismet. The added coordination on point. And I've maintained, I don't think Shotzi's always a good player to watch to learn anything because, like, most people just can't do it. Like, he's just too good. You watch it, it doesn't matter. Hydra, though, learning from one of the best. And, again, a cheeky play to get around.
I was going to say, with 8 seconds on the round, if...
That he still loses.
No, he still loses, but, like, if he gets away around the corner, inside PD or inside the embassy, he could have still kept that spree going, but not bad from the subliners there to get themselves on the board. 2-1. Here we go. They're on offense.
Once again, almost the exact same setup as the previous offensive round for New York. Side adjustment, Kismet, a touch more aggressive.
Uh-oh.
And a nice angle from Scrap, and what a shot as well. Another first blood for Toronto.
Threads 2 tiny little needles there to catch that one out. Priesta, he's making moves, and he might make moves into the SPX of Scrap. Kismet now on the rotate towards that particular bomb. Hixit manages to catch one as well. So Toronto Ultra, pump the brakes, let the kills come to you.
Yeah, and Priest has a trophy, so he didn't feel he could be aggressive for that trade. Scrap wants to be aggressive, though. Priest is going to be jumping.
No, wait. Has he seen it?
Oh, no.
This is weird. Wait a minute. This ain't over yet. Priest is taking hits. Whoa! Finally takes care of business there. 3 spree from Priesta. Inside. Doesn't let him snake that one away. Ultra, 3-1.
And that might be the last time we see that setup from the subliners. It has gotten shut down twice when they're trying to work the A site slow. So subliners got to readjust for their offensive game plan and need something on defense too. 3-1 is not a fun lead to be behind by. Subliners very much want this round.
Kismet yet to get on the board here in the search. And Scrap Snipe helped that team win the round. See if he can't do it again. Might be seeing the snipe on the cross here. Yeah, sadly looking the wrong way. None of the members of the sublines are going to be in position. Here comes Priester though. Oh wow, that timing stinks.
It's a double stack as well. Not an easy shot to hit on these players snaking. You get a small window of opportunity and subliners already getting the kills, and that is the window gone. I don't think Skies is ever going to get caught.
So close. 53 HP. Scrap has to back on down. Oh, now it's a 1v4. That window shut. And the third time might have been the charm, but the subliners, one round at a time, clawing it back.
That is a dominant round on defense as well. Just peppering Tennis Court with all the stuns, all the nades. Even with the trophy, it's enough to slow him down, and nice Child's coming through. Not too sure if Scrap will keep the snipe out. Certainly on the attack, nothing to work with, but speaking of offense, New York Subliners, we'll see if they make an adjustment. Twice they've gone through the P2 side of the map over towards A. Twice they've been shut down.
It's that far left from when they spawn up. They're going to grab that bomb and make their moves. They're going through the inside of the map this time. Slightly different looks through the bathroom. We may fly out. Nades, concussions, everything there landing. Not a lot of information passed either way, Chance.
Well, same direction. Still looking for the early intel. The good news for the SMGs, you at least know the middle of the map is clean because there goes Kleenex. So the adjustment is in. You get the first blood, and look how quickly that bomb is going back towards B. Utilize that man advantage.
They're flying. Insight from that top AC position, or rather the backside of it, is going to be a very important piece of the Toronto Ultra puzzle right now. 50 seconds to go, subliners. Oh, that's a big win. Kismet, dead silence. The trays are going to keep going down, but that is a huge opportunity.
Oh, that might be the gunfight to win the round too. Hixie gets the 2 and gets out with his life. And just like that, an opportunity for Ultra to clutch up. And it's Insight and Hixie again.
Skies, that sniper's just given his teammate enough space to make his way forward. Priest is going to be able to scurry now and get that plant. Oh my word, Insight so close to falling to the SPX of Skies. Bomb planted, here we go. And it's fast moves from the subliners. Priester, I do think, no, Skies with a deadie. Priester down low. You've got to make something happen sooner rather than later, and I do believe Priester may be in a sweet spot to get the pitch. Hixie now making his way forward. It's a 2v1. Can Hixie keep this play going? This is for the ace and for the round.
I mean, he's loud, but it's a 1v1, and guess who has the sniper up top? You're worried about the instant challenge. Hixie, he's got the dead silence. He is running. He actually, the timing is going to be close. He might be able to pull this off.
Well, he might be able to get the ace at the very least, but he still has to get the bomb defused faster. No time. He might get all 4. But he's not going to be able to get the defuse. Takes 7.5 seconds for it. And Hixie, nice try, but not close enough.
And I'm baffled. Insight was backing Skies down in the top window for how long, and Hixie is just worried about the A plant. I feel like it's easier to retake A. It's not fun for either site, but we saw subliners do the same thing earlier. Give up the bomb plant for free, and you know the situation. You have to clear out top PD. It's the clutch spot. It takes so long to do. So an interesting play call to allow the bomb to get planted. And I know Hixie 9-2 on a 4 spree, maybe thinking about a cruise. So Ultra have good things working for them. But that was a big round for New York.
That was the 3rd round in a row for New York as well. Hixie hyper-aggressive here on the attacking round. Bomb down at B, ASAP. Skies and Priester from upstairs, they're going to be an issue. Hydra has the middle of the map.
Yeah, he's looking for the play. Him versus Kleenex, and yeah, Hydra just catches him. Perfect angle for the first blood.
Ixie still holding this back alley position. He's going to be the closest man to the bomb for now. 30 seconds to go. No one here just yet. Skies, the top of his head spotted out. That's kill number 5 in a row. Priester down low. That's going to be the comms. The flurry now of information. Pushed through. Insight cut down. It is a 2v3. Scrap has a big job on the cross.
They're still looking for him, too. They are trying to swarm around PD, but you checked all the spots. Scrap with a gunfight, but guess who had the bomb? Priester, but he gets caught. Hixie, 2 heads up in Toronto. Win the round.
Oh, brilliant work. Ultra. And kudos to that crowd for not giving anything away either. What a sensational round of search and destroy.
And think about those moments for Scrap when he's on like the hotel control, where he's dealing with the pressure on the flank, where he's dealing with the pressure through the middle of the map. Similar situation, 3 subliners players swarming PD. He just finds the route. He gets out. He stays alive. He wastes time. And gunning Kismet doesn't hurt.
That was a really hard gunfight to win as well. We've seen Kismet win that fight all season long. A 1-round advantage for Toronto Ultra in this game 5. Here we go. New York on offense.
Playing for picks again. Similar situation, trying to catch these SMG players before they get past them, but Kleenex has done exactly that.
Cruz invested.
Nice.
Enough to get Priester. 3 members of the subliners forced to the inside. Now they're going to burst out of that bathroom window. Not enough from Kleenex to keep them at bay. They're going to be able to get the bomb back from the body of Priester and still trying to make a move.
And Kleenex is just a distraction in this moment. He can spot out Kleenex or whoever, because Scrap is just behind him. They're going to fly out of P2 and just line up for Scrap. There's number 1.
There's 2.
The trades. 3rd man in line.
Kismet in trouble, making the run, and Ultra now don't have to do a thing. He has that bomb. They know he's on the inside of the embassy. Angles covered. What a snap from Kismet! Hixie having one hell of a search and destroy so far. 13-3.
Making plays as well. One of the best uses of the cruise missile we have seen all year. Not only do they get the kill on Priesta in the back, but they get so much map control. And Hixie, this is just lucky 13 for the pile. But as soon as the cruise missile comes through, Scrap gets to the back truck. Kleenex covers up towards Xbox. Too difficult of a play to read in 1 round away. And Ultra win just this only. It's a winner's round 1 matchup.
Yeah, match point. Toronto Ultra. And it's an opening kill from Scrap. Skies looking for the rebuttal. It's Hixie with one of the most brilliant performances he's had in an individual. And here we go. Kleenex cut down immediately. Kismet makes it a 3v3. Trades are bound again, and it's Hixie again at the trade point. He's got himself 14.
And let's see who plays the better rotation game. Subliners, yeah, maybe make the right call in this moment. You don't want to give up the B-bomb plant. That is worst case scenario, so they're working together through mid. See if they can find those trades together.
They're quite loud as well. Skies running a trophy. Eyes on mid-mat, waiting for the B-bomb cross, Skies. He's going to run into trouble in a moment. That door's going to burst open. Scrap's going to see it. Wait, trades might be there. Scrap, no, he stays alive. He stays alive. It's a 3v1. This is surely it. Ultra, it's their round to lose. There he goes. I believe Hixie just said, that's my map. And with damn good reason at 14-3. And Charles, what do you know? It's another 6-3 between these teams.
Tried and true. That is the way the S&D goes, but that is a victory lap performance there from Hixie. Not just the 14 kills. He's the guy when they're in 2v4s, picking up the 2 pieces to even the odds. He did that, I think, literally 3 times on that map. Perfect use out of the cruise missile. Ultra out there making plays.
What a start to the tournament for Toronto Ultra, a nail-biter. Insight. A lot of love here for the crowd. Last time they were here in the Vanguard season, it was an incredible lower bracket run. This time round, things are looking a little different. They will play Atlanta FaZe in round 2 after that banger. The New York Subliners will go down. We'll see them a little bit later on. They will play tomorrow in their lower bracket matchup. And there are the stats.
Hey, I'll tell you, man, if Hixie's making plays like that, playing S&D like that, the battle against Atlanta could be timeless. Impressive stuff, even with the bomb plants as well. I mean, that's a situation where the first blood battle completely even, clutch factor all the way towards Ultra.
And that we love a lovely sort of predictable series, I suppose, with the 6-3 trades. Either way, they're on the search and destroy. What a difference maker that was. Chance, you said the hotel control was going to be a very important point in the series for either team. Absolutely. When you look at the finish like that, it's not how you finish, it's also how you end, especially if you're Ultra.
Yeah, and I think that hotel control is really sort of like the tail of the game, right? New York had the edge the whole way through. Final 10 seconds, Ultra find the break. It's moments like that win you series, win you tournaments.
Indeed. Wow, what a brilliant start to the tournament. I do believe we've got Scrap on stage with Lando.
That's right. Yes, we do. Scrappy here in front of the Toronto Ultra crowd, but that's got to feel really nice to hear these guys rooting you on.
Yeah, it does. You know, crowd's been amazing. We hear you guys the whole time. And yo, let's keep it up all weekend. Let's win this shit.
I got to talk to you, man, about specifically, I feel like if there's a footnote that we take away from this series, it's probably the control.
Yeah.
You guys clutch up a 10v23. Walk me through how you guys were somehow able to do that.
Yeah, so we know that team likes to like trap us in a kitchen and you know, like kind of have us in a spawn trap. We kind of got rinsed on the lives. Like I see 10 versus 23 isn't too good, but you know, we know that, you know, we just have to cap the point. That's how you win the game. So got a 4 dead, quick 4 dead, stack the point, and there it is.
You guys were able to come away with a huge victory in that control, but I want to talk to you about one of the primary points of emphasis coming into this series, right? There was a lot of discussion about how New York, they decided to play with a substitute. They said they don't really care who they're going to face off against in their opening matchup here in the Toronto Major. Did they make a mistake deciding to play with the sub, which then lined them up versus you?
You know, I don't really know if it's a mistake. They should have, like, actually, it's a mistake, bro. Like, why aren't they playing with them? They're getting smoked, so that's what it is.
You got to keep it honest. You got to keep it honest, especially in front of your crowd. But I got to talk to you about the next match that you guys are going to have facing off against the Atlanta FaZe. You guys have had plenty of battles with that team throughout really COD history, even this year. How do you feel about squaring up against them now?
Good. You know, they probably had our number probably this whole year. But, you know, the one tournament we won, we beat them. And, you know, you only have to beat them once to win a tournament. So we're going to come back and we're going to come hard and win this thing.
Love to hear it, man. I want to ask you one last thing.
Yeah.
Last time around when you were in this venue, you were in a different part of it, right? You were playing in challengers. You were trying to grind your way through for the Academy roster. Now you're here on this stage. How does that feel to come full circle?
You know, a dream come true. You know, I couldn't ask for more. Last year, there was probably maybe 30 fans. I see a few that were here last year. But, you know, now compared to this, it doesn't feel better.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. Congrats on the team. We got MVP chants going down here on the main stage. Desk, take it away, guys.
MVP. If you're looking at the season numbers, without a doubt, Scrap is in the running for that honor. But you got to give credit to everyone else in this competition. That's right, Joe. Hixie gets my MVP award. The guy that you dropped Standy for comes in after being on the bench, helps them win Major 3, and it looks like they're setting off with the same tone here in Major 5.
I mean, he had an abysmal stage 4, right? I mean, that was really it. People were questioning, should he drop? Did they make the right move? But obviously they win Major 3, and I don't know, maybe just we've talked about sort of the winner's curse and going back to online, but they really struggled throughout stage 4. But we knew that the sort of fundamentals of this team were there, and just feels it. They had to regroup, they reset, but especially for him to play at this high of a level individually, it's got to feel great for him.
Dropping 14 in a game 5 always feels pretty solid. Alley Cat, let's take a look back at some of the highlights here. A lot of people saying it shouldn't have gone to a game 5. Toronto clutching up, though, in the control allowed this series to continue, and it was back and forth at the very end.
Yeah, no, it should not have gone to a game 5. I think New York obviously had ample opportunity in that hotel control to close it out after they forced their round 5, but it really came down to those hard points as well. The fact that Toronto was able to take that early 1-0 lead in Mercado, and then